Errol Spence coming through with a big victory, very impressive victory over Leonard Bundu today. Just a clean, conclusive victory, man. Just knocked him out cold in the sixth round. Dropped him twice, but that second time, man, that big left uppercut just completely put Bundu to sleep before he even hit the canvas. He looked like he was almost about to fall out the ring if his weight had been a little bit more towards the back of him towards his head anyway, as opposed to towards his feet. But I mean, just a brutal display from Errol Spence, breaking down Bundu's body, making it so that Bundu wasn't able to go into complete survival mode, survival shell mode, and get away with spoiling Errol Spence. He did spoil him a little bit the first couple of rounds, gave him a lot of difficulty. Bundu's a very awkward style of fighter, can kind of switch hit, move around, moves in a very awkward manner with his feet, with his hands, with his head, and he's generally difficult. He was difficult for Spence even here for a couple rounds there. But Spence was able to adjust, was able to work that body over. Just a very impressive offensive fighter, good inside fighter. Was able to hammer that body, was able to break Bundu down, cut the ring off, and eventually just completely knock him out, put him to sleep, man. Just a very impressive victory from Errol Spence Jr. And he's going to be something to be looking out for very, very soon, man. He should be getting a title shot extremely soon. I do think that there's a possibility he may be fighting Konstantin Ponomarev for the IBF title once it becomes officially vacant, since Kell Brook is moving up to fight Gennady Golovkin, and it's doubtful he ever sees 147 pounds again, considering how heavy he's been lately. But I mean, just a very impressive fight for Errol Spence. He's been chomping at the bit for the big names for a minute now, but he's pretty much on his way to becoming a big name himself. I mean, pretty soon it's not even necessarily going to be about if some of these other guys give you a shot. It's going to be him needing to give the shots to some of the guys on the come up. Errol Spence is doing a really solid job. He's definitely making himself one to look out for. He's definitely making himself look like the fighter that is almost like the uncrowned, unheralded #1 welterweight in the world at the moment. You can make an argument for that just based off of what he's shown with regards to just visually destroying some of these top level opponents that haven't been crushed the same way that he's doing so to them. Just a very impressive victory here for Errol Spence. Should be getting his title shot fairly soon. I imagine within maybe the next 6 to 7 months out there in the future. And I mean, just a solid victory for him, And I think the big fights are on the verge of happening for him. I'm sure somebody like a Sean Porter is out there on the horizon for him. Maybe Lamont Peterson on the horizon, and then maybe get in there with somebody like a Danny Garcia or Keith Thurman and start unifying. But I think Errol Spence is basically right on the cusp of becoming one of the big names in boxing, especially at and around the welterweight division. That's going to be it for this one, guys. Catch you on the next one. Peace.